Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that Texas. What's it up, baby? You already know Big Boss Hog, Boss Dog, K-Po, through the door. Here to talk this box. It was good with you. Had a good Sunday, man. Went to church. Had a late start to my day. I ain't go to bed till like 3 in the morning. But hey, it is what it is. Went live last night. With Coach Brody. I'm probably gonna start doing that. Probably gonna try to go live at least once a week. You know what I mean? I don't have a set day because my schedule all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like right now, it looks like Friday and Saturday. It could change. It could be late. It could be early. I just kind of go off of how my schedule is. So I let y'all boys know. How when I'm gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? So if you could tune in, cool. If you can't, catch the replay, man. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, we was just talking about separating facts from feelings. That's it. A lot of the Bud buddies don't understand that. They particularly just try to go off how they feel and, how they view Bud. And it's like, at the end of the day, I understand you view a fighter a certain way, but at the same time, you got to be able to separate that over that. You know what I mean? Now, I got asked this question. They said, why do you always talk about Terence Crawford? Why are you always talking about Terence Crawford? Right? This ain't finna be a long video, by the way. Maybe like 5 minutes. My videos are a response to comments, right? I'm not a dude that's finna go back and forth with you in the comment section. You know what I mean? So I make a video and I talk about, something that somebody have said. So when I'm making a video about Terence Crawford, it's in response to people who just sat there and said some foolishness in the comment section. You want a show? I'll give you a show. That's what it is. So when I see dudes talking about Terence Crawford is a bigger attraction than Errol Spence because he beat him, you don't know nothing about no boxing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about no boxing, right? Then they try to put words in your mouth and say, oh, well, are you saying that, Terence Crawford star power hasn't increased? I didn't say that. I just said that Errol Spence is a bigger attraction than Terence Crawford. That's what I said. You don't gain popularity because you beat a fighter. It don't work like that. So then I brought up B-Ball, right? Which they tried to say that's not a good analogy. It's a great analogy. Canelo's looked at as the face of boxing, right? On some people. And not on mine. I think the face of boxing is right to Tank Davis. I think my pound for pound number one is Naomi Inoue. You know what I mean? They say, how can you, use B-Ball? It's a great analogy. Because Canelo's looked at as the face of boxing. Dimitri Bivol beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. Wasn't even close. He destroyed that man. Only thing he didn't do is knock Canelo down. But he was punishing Canelo Alvarez to a unanimous decision. Right? Punished him. Canelo still ain't rematched him. Why is that? Why haven't Canelo Alvarez rematched Dimitri Bivol? Why haven't he? He said, hey, I thought I won that fight. I'll tell you why. Because he know it's going to be the same thing. He know that. Right? He know that. He knew that he bit off more than he could chew going to another weight class and fight Dimitri Bivol. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Right? So, it's the same comparison with Errol Spence, Terence Crawford in the sense of this. Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez. He's still not a big attraction. Dimitri Bivol just had a fight before he finna fight. I forgot who he fought. But he fought somebody, right? And he didn't do just fantastic numbers. I won't say they were bad, but they weren't fantastic to where you could say Dimitri Bivol's the face of boxing. No. That's just not how the cookie crumbles. Yes, he's gained more respect, and real boxing heads are going to keep an eye for him. They're going to be like, okay, boom, this dude right here, he can fight. So you gonna keep an eye on him, right? You gonna be one to look for him and see how he moving. But at the same time, it's like this. When it comes down to meat potatoes situation, Dimitri Bivol is not a bigger draw than Canelo Alvarez because he beat him. Just like Terence Crawford is not a bigger draw than Errol Spence because he beat him. I know that's what y'all want. You know what I mean? But that's just not it. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That's just not reality. We got to keep it 1,000. I understand that's what y'all want. Y'all want Terence Crawford to be this bigger draw so you can say, oh, look at Crawford. He's a bigger draw. But I'm telling you, if Terence Crawford fight anybody else, watch his numbers. Watch his numbers. Right? Watch his numbers. That's all I got to say. Terence Crawford fighting, watch his numbers. Watch what numbers he do. He don't do, I say this, if Terence Crawford get the Tim Tszyu fight, right? Not Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, my bad. He don't do 200,000, right? You know what I mean? If he don't do 200 to 250, you know what I mean? In another market, not in Omaha, Nebraska, in another market, right? Pay attention to what these dudes are doing, bro. There's a reason why he keep fighting in his hometown. There's a reason why Shakur Stevenson keep fighting in his hometown. They can't keep fighting in different places. Now, the reason why Errol fights in Texas, because Texas is a big state. Texas is a big state. It's the biggest state in America. So, he can get people from all over to come to his fight. Right? It's more to do. Right? Because if you are a visitor, right, you're a consumer, you going to the fight, you want to see Errol fight in Texas, what are you going to do? You going to want to eat. You want to see the sights. You want to walk around, hang around. Texas got all that, right? Last time I checked in Omaha, Nebraska, ain't a lot for you to do. After a certain time, everything closed. So, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, I want to see Crawford fight outside of Omaha, Nebraska. Put on and fight Fundora. And when I sit here and say that, like, Errol Spence is a bigger draw, it's not about who deserves the fight. I don't know where this came up with, who deserves the fight. Like, bro, at the end of the day, is this. Terence Crawford is still a welterweight. I don't care what he do. I don't care what he did with the WBO. He still got them belts at 147. He still got them. So he had a 154 pounder until he dropped them belts. He's a 147 pounder, right? I don't even understand how they even allowed that to happen. Because I would have told him, look, the only way you going to get this is if you drop them belts 147 pounds. He still could become the mandatory for Fundora's belt. He just got to drop them belts. Why are you still holding on to the belts at 147 pounds? For what? You don't plan on fighting nobody at 147. You're trying to fight people outside your weight class. So why hold on to the belts? That's all I'm saying. Drop the belts, go and be an official 154 pounder. That's what you do. Right? When Crawford was at 140, he became undisputed. And he said he was moving up to 147. He dropped every belt. Go back and look. That's all I'm saying. Right? Facts over feelings. I understand how you feel about Terence Crawford. That's your Lord and Savior. But my Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ, not Terence Crawford. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss God.